everybody. Welcome to Aegeus Dolls. I'm Athena, an adult doll collector, hobbyist, crafter, and artist who is sharing my custom dolls collection, figures, and other such things. So, I wanted to talk about Rainbow High, just broadly, like how the brand changed and how the brand is now. Not really trigger warning, but spoiler alert, I am not super thrilled with the direction they're going in right now. But I love the brand overall, and I have to say, I think they're my favorite dolls thus far that I have collected and loved. So, first, and also excuse me, I don't really remember their names. To me, that isn't as important. Same with like the shows. I'm not as into the shows and that sort of thing. I watched some, same with Monster High and stuff like that. That's not really why I'm collecting it. I really just like their little art pieces to me. However, there is a bunch of other content. They have pretty I think active social media. They have pretty active social media channels. They have shorts on YouTube. They also have mini series on YouTube. They have a Netflix show. Like a lot of the doll lines have that. So I would recommend getting into that if you want to. If you don't, that's also fine. Like me, not really into that. So I don't really remember her name, and I apologize heavily because she's one of my favorite dolls. But this is the one I just refer to as Space Person doll. And sorry, I have a new camera, so I don't really know like where everything is, and it like autofocuses. So it just may not be super great at like capturing her. But she is gorgeous. Her makeup is astounding. I think the white balance is off because I have my window open, so I apologize about that. But she comes with a little phone. I put a little purse on her from Shadow High because she's from Shadow High. The quality of her jacket is just immaculate. Even the pockets and everything open. Love it. Little zipper detailing, patches. I think this is, yeah, it's actually like glued on, which is great. And she's a little t-shirt underneath. See, even here there's detailing, different fabric textures, but also you can't really see on camera, unfortunately. But this is actually, it's not only stuffed as an actual puffer jacket, but it even has the lining, which is amazing. And so I just love details on this. And then, like even her phone case, you cannot see. Oh, you kind of can see, sort of. But even that has a pattern on the back. You can see her nails, which one of the things I love about later Rainbow High and Shadow High is they all have painted nails and they're all super long, or at least longer than their fingers, which is amazing. Love it. Love it so much. Also her shoes, because they were kind of, there's another doll that is kind of, I think, an alternate sketch of her. They have similar hairstyle, similar color scheme. And so I think that was really like the electronic doll, but its little plugs are her shoelaces, which is super cute. So this one was more like space. And she even has her little astronaut water bottle, everything like that. Her hair has tinsel in it, which can even be heat styled, which I didn't know that. You just got to be careful. You don't want to burn anything, so don't keep it on super long, but do the lowest heat setting and you still will be able to straighten, curl, or whatever. I actually haven't been able to do her hair yet. I also just didn't want to touch her because she's one of my favorites. I always have her displayed. But she's amazing. So I just wanted to, she fell out of her stand. She was just so excited. She wanted to jump into the screen to meet you. But as you can see, she has very beautiful detailed makeup. Again, I apologize for the camera quality. I'm starting out. Don't want to spend a lot on technology until I can get paid from YouTube and support that way. Would rather save my money. So apologize for that for now. But I feel like that's reasonable. When everyone's starting out, they usually just use what they have. They have fake eyelashes too, which is just gorgeous. And it just makes the inside eyes just even more gorgeous in my opinion. I also love that the contouring of the eyeshadow, and then you have the juxtaposition of the eyebrows, which are straight. It just makes the shapes of the face. And you know, she also doesn't have the huge wide eyes like a lot of them in the beginning first series and second series had, which so it just has a lot of just the artistic uniqueness to, it's just artistry to them making the dolls. And then also her earrings too, which are really just amazing, and I love them. I don't really know what they are, but they're just beautiful too. And it says Shadow High on them. That's what I was trying to read. Oh, Eclipse is here. This was actually one of those mini purses that I got from the blind box. But I just thought it fit her well and thought it was cute, and I wanted to display it. So I put her in there. And her phone says NOVI, Nova Stars. It has a cute little graphic on there too, but she's just gorgeous, beautiful. So I'm going into this just explaining like how detail oriented, the high quality, sorry, I keep autofocusing because I keep moving, how the high quality of the dolls, the thought that went into them, how gorgeous they are. So this was Shadow High and Rainbow High. They're basically the same line, but Shadow High originally was literally like black and white and gray tones, so it was very monotone. And then they just went to like non-natural skin tones, so like you saw teal, purple, pink. And if you keep seeing me looking, I'm looking at the shelves of my dolls. Check out my video on my doll room tour to know what I'm looking at. So like that kind of stuff. I do wish that they had an orange skin toned doll, but they don't. That would be really cool. Anyway, so this is a Rainbow High doll. This is the Runway. Runway Series 1. I love her hair. Look at that. Beautiful butterflies. And you see the shape of her eyes are rounded. She does have makeup, which makes it a little bigger. And then hers are like, I guess, almond shape? I don't know. Whatever. It's like a little bit more anime. Well, I guess they're both anime-ish styled. But aren't as round. So, and like her eyebrows obviously are like more, you know, go along with it. Oh my god, this autofocus of the camera. So it's a 4K webcam and it said autofocus. So I thought this would be better because I do a lot of Zoom calls and stuff. So I thought this would be great for that. And then I was like, oh, I was going to start a YouTube thing. I didn't realize the autofocus would be so crazy. So I apologize about that. But this is what we got. And it's better than my laptop camera. So we have her. Let's try to get. Okay. I don't know why I'm whispering. But do you see the butterfly detailing in her eye makeup? That's gorgeous. Love it. And she obviously, this is Poppy. And look at those nails. Look at the nails. They're crazy. I love how insane they are. Love it. It is amazing. The detailing and the dress, the shoes. Sorry, this is flipped for me, so I'm looking at the screen trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. It's just gorgeous. It's just amazing. And then her hair, I had restyled it, but again, in my doll room video, I explained that I have recently moved. I haven't been able to do all the hair, like redo it, because like the boxes and moving and taking them out, brushing them and all that stuff, kind of, they're not pristine like I would like to keep them. But it's still beautiful, in my opinion. And I love displaying her. But so these are, I just wanted to show for like, the peak, in my opinion, of the dolls. Peak Rainbow High amazingness. Oh, I wonder if I put them here. Can you see them in the frame? No, you can't. Okay. Peak. Really, to me, works of art. I love them a lot. I feel like the pricing overall stayed about $25 to $30 per doll. Sometimes you would get an extra outfit with accessories. Other times you would just get like accessories that were like, they're pretty cool, but they're not like, I don't, as an adult doll collector, I don't need them, but I still appreciate it. There would be like makeup palettes and laptops and cell phones stuff, which is great. The makeup brushes, but sometimes I'll use sticky tack and like put it like you saw with her like on, so she's like holding something. But other times I'm like, I don't really need this. I would prefer the second outfit. And then the second shoes. However, recent Rainbow High. Oh right, and the price point was what I was talking about. Was, I thought, a pretty good deal for what we got. Because if you look at how Barbie, which she's Queen Barbara. I love Queen Barbara. She will forever be the queen. But if you look at some of their Playline, like budget line stuff, it can be like $15, $8 to $15, and still be like pretty cheap. Like they'll like burn the edges of some of the cloth. So like we'll see here. This is sewn, right? But like on some of the budget stuff, they'll just like cut the fabric, and either you can burn the like very lightly burn the ends of the plastic to seal it so it won't fray, but it still can fray. Or they'll just cut it and it will fray. So it's like very cheap. You will have no articulation. If you're new to doll collecting, I think in my doll room tour, I said a bunch of doll creators that I look to for kind of just learning what things are. I'm also really interested in customs. I made a couple custom dolls, but like repainting their face, doing their hair, that kind of thing. But I also think those are good, even if you're not interested in doing that yourself. I think they're really good to learn like the terms and like how much care goes into making a doll. Like I know the factories make the dolls, yes, but I think it's just good to know, like, just to get a general view of like to appreciate it. So I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh right, so I would recommend like Darling Dolls, My Froggy Stuff, Toya, Moonlight Jewel, Ex Canadensis, Etalin, Enchantarium is who I would recommend. I'm sure there's a bunch of others. And also please tell me who you watch, because I want more content from YouTube, so that would be awesome. So basically there's the articulation. So like these have again, this is backwards for me on the screen. So they have full knee articulation, so they can bend their knees all the way to the back. They can also move their hips around, you know, go to the side, go front, like that kind of thing. They clearly have shoulder, elbow, and wrist articulation. They can also move their heads around and that kind of thing. So they have a lot of articulation, especially for larger, thicker dolls, which a lot of budget or even like Mattel or even like Bratz, they just do not have. Some of them are adding a little bit more, but it's at higher price points. You get more articulation usually, not all the time. So that also, I have an Instagram called the GS Dolls as well, so please follow if you can. But I started that first because I just loved like creating scenes and just sharing the appreciation of the dolls. So for me, posing the dolls is really important to be able to go like this or that or whatever. You know, you want to be able to have that posability. That's why I love Barbie Made to Move bodies. They can pose all the time. I even My Froggy Stuff, Toya, her what's it called, tutorial on how to remove the heads of dolls, especially Barbies, was amazing, because I put my the Disney Illy Forever dolls, the ones with the inlaid eyes from the Disney store, not the Jack specific ones from Target. I put them on Made to Move bodies, and it's amazing because those doll bodies are not great for posability. They're just not. They try, but they're not there. So you can do that. You can put whatever doll head you want on a Made to Move Barbie body, and it just makes it so much better. I'll do a video on the ones I like rebodied and show you. They're super cute, and their clothes still fit, their shoes fit. You do have to take the feet off and put them in the feet pegs, but it's still really good. So Rainbow High is just amazing. I love them. I think I explained my reasons for and also the diversity they have. So not even just what you would think of diversity, but the doll hair, the facial features, skin tones. They even have one, I forget what the specific skin condition is, but when you have discolored patches, pigmentation on your skin, like they have a doll with that, which I love. She's one of my favorite dolls. She's the green emerald one. Love her. Again, I don't really remember the names of any of them because it's not super important to me, but please tell me what her name is. I just called her the Emerald. She reminds me of a Christmas. I think she should have been a Christmas doll or a winter holiday one, because she just screams queen, and she is just like immaculate, gorgeous, ready to like rock the runway, go to like a 5-star event, whatever. She gives, and she reminds me because of the color choice Christmas. But they have all that kind of stuff, which I think is amazing. It's great, and I know other doll lines are trying to do that as well. But you really just get a lot of bang for your buck for these, and they're just really like on another level, in my opinion, from other doll lines. With that being said, there was a recent rebrand of Rainbow High, and obviously the way that they were marketing it before was, I am assuming, to children. However, it also really appealed to adult doll collectors, and it really felt like they even had like the Dios de los Muertos one, they had a holiday one that were like made for collectors. They had the Paris Hilton one, totally made for collectors, but you know, kids could get it, whatever. That's the thing with toys, that you just, they can be for both, and it just is what it is. But the marketing wasn't like really like you would think for little kids, like Coco Melon. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like that. It was like normal doll age. So the new ones, just gonna show you real quick. This is the only one I have. Skylar, I actually know her name. Her name is Skylar. And do you see how glittery her face is? They added a bunch of glitter. I don't know how great this is at looking at that. To the texture of her face. You can feel the glitter. I do think the face is beautiful. Besides that, I don't really want my dolls that glittery. Like, you can have some shine. Like, for instance, the teal one is matte, but this one has some, like, it would be like if the equivalent of like having some glistening makeup where it just makes you glowy and dewy. She is the equivalent of that. So that, I think, is beautiful and fine. This is like really targeted for little kids, and she came, so the thing is, so MGA creates Rainbow High, right? That's the toy company that creates them, and they had this like weird like poop slime toy where it was like these little bear, unibear, corn bear things that kids could put slime in, or you make slime or whatever, and they were poop themed. And so they took those and just slapped them onto the soft rebrand of Rainbow High. So I got rid of those. I was like uninterested in slime and uninterested in that, obviously. But her shoes, you can see through them. Do you want to know why you can see through them? Because you put the poop slime that comes with it in the heel of the doll shoe. And then that, which is fine for, you know, it's cool that they rebranded for like 5-year-olds. That's fine. They also got rid of, that's fine. It's not for me. And I'm like, what you had was amazing. What you created was beautiful. And you may not at first glance, see the difference. But there is also, this is plastic. This is barely a fabric, right? Pardon me if you love that. I don't mean to offend anyone. But for me, I'm like, they had like almost legit jean, like the stretchy jean fabric for things. This, do you see that what I was talking about? This is just cut and burned, so it doesn't fray. They have a part that is actually sewn, and like I will give them credit, they do have actual pockets, but just the quality overall went down, and like, you know, it just went down. One of the reasons why I wanted to try one of the rebrand ones of Rainbow High, and I was watching my Froggy Stuff's review of them, and the reason why I got Skylar is because she does not have tinsel in her hair. Do you want to know what all the others have of this line? Tinsel in their hair. Which again is fine, you can work around it, but it was like too much where I would feel a little bit uncomfortable to like heat style their hair with it. They still have nylon hair, which is great. I don't know if she even came with earrings, but at least she has the holes for them. And she had the cutest outfit in my opinion, as well. And they were also like their original outfits, they were like redone, and they were like lower quality, they weren't as cheap. I really recommend the My Froggy Stuff review on that. I'm still new at YouTube, so I don't know if I'll have the card in there. You might just have to look it up. I'm sorry. So overall, at the surface, not that different. However, I am upset with the direction they're going. Poop slime in my Rainbow High is just not the kind of sundae I wanted. And sundae as an ice cream sundae that I wanted. I don't want poop slime in my ice cream sundae because this was like the top of the top. Sorry, not this one. This was like, she keeps coming flying off of her stand. This is the top of the top for me. Love it. Love it. Love it. This is the cherry on top. This is the hot fudge. This is whipped cream. This is sprinkles. This is M&Ms. It is everything on it. And then this one that's like, when you set the standards really high, is really hard to scale back, in my opinion, because the expectations, especially for having a very prolific line as Rainbow High, I think they started in 2020. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they started in 2020. And they ran really hard until 2023. And then they kind of just were like, we're going to rebrand into this poop slime. I kind of wish I got this before I even thought I was going to have YouTube, but I kind of wish I kept the poop slime thing to show you. But maybe I'll put a picture up. But I'm just disappointed with it. I think Darling Dolls does a very good comprehensive look at the brand. So there's a video on that, which I would recommend looking at to kind of like a more in-depth. This is just my opinion. This is just me ranting because I was so mad. It was just such a great product. It was consistent. They kept elevating because like the first designs were not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. Please don't come at me. I like Poppy, which is the orange haired one, and the purple haired one, Violet, I think her name is. I liked those designs. The rest I was kind of like, eh. But then the second ones came out and they were better, and then they just kept getting and better and better and better and better and better, and then it came crashing down, so I was a little upset. With that, and they have like this like half release. I have the one with the broken arm, but it was like the teal-ish blue doll with the broken arm who was a skateboarder. They had the curvy one who I think was pink and the tall one who was purple. It was their hair colors. I think they all had natural skin tones, not like fantasy skin tones. And they were really cool. I was like, where did this line go? We had different body types. We were getting like injuries. Like not that I'm excited that people are injured, but it's cool representation. It's another thing, especially for kids who do play, like another scenario that they can come across. But I also think it's good to just like showcase that, like the Barbies with the wheelchairs, like stuff like that. Like let's do more of that. And just they have their reasons. I'm sure they're a big corporation. They know what they're doing. They're gonna make their money. So the one thing I know, one of my other videos I was saying, you know, like start small, whatever, but if you see something like this that you really like Rainbow High, I got a lot, like 75% of them on sale, so for a lot cheaper than they normally would have been, so at least half off or possibly more. I would say like 75% of the dolls I got, which I was really lucky, because when I started, for whatever reason, like the winter line, the Pacific Coast, the first Shadow High line, a bunch of them were just like on sale by Christmas time of like 2021 or something, and they were just like, or maybe it was 2022, I don't remember, but a lot of them were just like super on sale, and I was like, it was like $10, and I was like, this is amazing, okay, I'll start this. And it was a great line. The only ones that I had never found on sale are the costume ball ones. I only have the fairy one, because I was like, I am not paying $40 for no extra outfit. That is too much money for me to spend on a doll that is like, okay, not my favorite. They're so gorgeous. No, I take that back. I found two of them. I found the vampire one and the cat one, and I did get them on sale, so I take that back. But still, they were very expensive for what it was. So like the price fluctuation changed, but if you see them, I would recommend getting the ones now, unless you're really into the slime poop. There's nothing wrong with that. I just personally am not interested in that. So I'd recommend trying to get the ones you can now, because they only go up in price. Like I really want Diana Minton. She is the like tealish one with like the freckles, and her hair is like kind of crimped and wavy, and I've never found her like on sale. And there was a point in time I could have got her at the normal like $25 price, and I was like, no, I'll wait for her to go on sale. She never went on sale from where I saw in the places that I get dolls, and I was very upset about that. So I just wanted to share my thoughts about Rainbow High and They're really important to me. I want to know what your thoughts are. Like, are you really into the slime poop ones? What are the pros of that? Because maybe I am overlooking. I mean, I do like the creative play in there. Like, that's great for kids. Not so much for me as an adult doll collector. But what are your pros for that? What do you really love about Rainbow High? What are you not such a huge fan of? I don't want any hate, though. No hate on Rainbow High allowed. I'm just kidding. But, like, what do you think? What are some pros? Are there doll lines like that out on the market now that I should be looking at? What are your favorite doll lines? Like, I also do collect LOL, OMG, Bratz, obviously Rainbow High, Shadow High, Monster High. I have a big collection of that. Disney, Italy Forever, Naturalistas, Latinistas, Barbies, obviously Barbies. There are a couple. Oh, I had a few of the Hair Adorable Hair Amazings. Oh, I have one of the Fresh dolls. There are definitely others that I don't remember, and I apologize, but those are the main ones that I collect. Oh, I also do the little LOL OMGs. Oh, I do the little na surprise ones. I don't really like the cloth ones too much, so I like the plastic ones or vinyl or whatever they are. I'm trying to look around my doll room and see what else do I have out. I think that's the majority of it. So just let me know what your favorites are, what you collect, what you'd like to see on this channel, all that kind of stuff, and I would be happy to share it. So I also have a question for you. Do people telling you to like and subscribe on YouTube channels like actually work? Are you like, oh, I'm gonna like and subscribe? Because whenever I hear it, I'm like, yeah, I know I can do that whenever I want. You don't have to tell me. You know what I mean? But I'm like, everyone does it, so I'm assuming subconsciously or something it works. So I was conflicted with that. I was like, do I even bother doing that? Because I personally am not interested in seeing that, and it's kind of annoying for me. But at the same time, I'm like, I respect that, and it's part of what you do. And as a marketing, I get it. Like, I get it, and I don't hate on anyone for doing that. But as a viewer, I'm like, man, I know I can like and subscribe. It's like right in my face, you know. Like, I know, and I'll support you. Usually, if I really like a creator, I'll do their Patreon. Because I mean, I don't know the percentages of what Patreon gives you versus what YouTube gives you, but I think Patreon is a little bit better. And then you also get some sneak peeks, and you can talk to the creator. Usually you could join their Discord, that kind of stuff. I know they have memberships on YouTube, but what do you guys think about that just in general? Just wondering. Also, I have an Instagram, a GS Dolls as well is what it is called, and I would love for you to come over there and share what you love, look at what I love, and let us create a fun doll community. Okay, have a great day. Bye.